Welcome back to K-DramaVerse, your favorite corner where every story is served fresh, emotional, and just the right amount of exclusive. If you love those moments where reality feels sweeter than fiction, then today's tea is about to have you smiling, questioning, and maybe even replaying clips in your head like a drama scene you don't want to end. So picture this: a quiet, elegant evening, soft lighting, curated art pieces glowing under gallery lights, the kind of atmosphere that whispers, private and intimate. Now imagine that in the middle of that refined setting, something unexpected happens. Something fans were never meant to see, at least not this closely. Yes, we're talking about exclusive footage that has sent fans into a frenzy. The family of Lee Junho attending the private art exhibition of none other than Im Yoona. Before we dive deeper, let me ask you, what does it mean when family shows up? Not just friends, not colleagues, not industry acquaintances. Family. That's not casual. That's intentional. Now let's break it down. The footage begins subtly, almost like it wasn't meant to be a big deal. A sleek entrance, minimal paparazzi presence, and a handful of guests stepping into the venue. But eagle-eyed fans quickly noticed something that changed everything. Among the attendees were individuals identified as relatives of Lee Junho, not staff, not managers, not industry insiders, his actual family. And just like that, the narrative shifted. Because here's the thing: private art exhibitions, especially ones hosted by stars like Im Yoona, are usually carefully curated spaces. Invitations are selected, the guest list is intentional. It's not just about showing art, it's about who gets to witness it. So when Junho's family walked in, fans immediately started connecting dots. Was this just support, or was this something deeper? Let's talk about Yoona for a moment. Known globally as a member of Girls' Generation, she has always carried an image of elegance, grace, and quiet sophistication. Over the years, she has evolved from idol to actress to a respected figure in the art and fashion world. Hosting a private art exhibition fits perfectly into that evolution. It's personal, expressive, and deeply reflective of who she is now. Now place that beside Lee Junho, a member of 2PM, who has carved out his own powerful identity as both a performer and an award-winning actor. His journey has been intense, disciplined, and incredibly respected. He's not someone whose personal life casually overlaps with public narratives. So when these two worlds intersect like this, it's not surprising that fans are paying attention. In the footage, the atmosphere is calm but charged. Junho's family members appear relaxed, quietly observing the artwork, occasionally exchanging words with hosts and staff. There's no sense of awkwardness, no sign of this being a first-time unfamiliar environment. If anything, they seem comfortable, like they belong there. And that's where things get interesting. Because comfort doesn't come out of nowhere. Fans online immediately began dissecting every detail. Who greeted them at the entrance? How long did they stay? Did Yoona personally interact with them? And perhaps the biggest question of all, was Junho present? While the footage doesn't clearly confirm his presence in every frame, there are moments that strongly suggest he's nearby, possibly choosing to stay out of direct spotlight. And honestly, that would be very on brand. Subtle, private, intentional. Now let's pause for a second and bring you into this moment. Imagine attending an event like that. Soft music playing, paintings telling stories on every wall. And then you realize that the people walking in aren't just guests, they're family members of someone deeply connected to the host. Wouldn't that instantly change how you view the entire event? That's exactly what happened. The narrative moved from Yoona's art exhibition to a shared personal space. And fans love that kind of shift because it feels real. It feels human. Some fans believe this could be a sign of a deeper relationship, something beyond friendship, beyond collaboration. Others argue that it could simply be mutual respect and support between two high-profile individuals who have known each other for years in the industry. But let's be honest, when family gets involved, it rarely stays in the just friends category. Social media has been buzzing non-stop. Clips are being replayed, screenshots are being analyzed, and fans are split into camps. Those convinced this confirms something more, and those urging caution, reminding everyone that privacy still matters. And that's an important point. In a world where every move is watched, moments like this, quiet, almost accidental glimpses into personal lives, carry They remind us that behind the fame, behind the performances, there are real connections, real relationships, and real emotions. What makes this even more compelling is the nature of the event itself. Art exhibitions are deeply personal. They reflect the inner world of the artist. For Im Yoona to invite someone's family into that space suggests trust, it suggests openness. And trust isn't something celebrities give away lightly. Let's also consider timing. In the entertainment industry, timing is everything. Appearances, events, collaborations, they're all carefully scheduled. So for this to happen now, at this specific moment of their careers, raises even more questions. Is this a quiet way of introducing something to the public? Or is it simply a moment that wasn't meant to be interpreted so deeply? You tell me. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think this was just a supportive gesture? Or are we witnessing the soft launch of something more? Because honestly, either way, it's a beautiful moment. There's something incredibly heartwarming about seeing families involved, about seeing connections that go beyond the surface. It adds depth to the stories we follow. It makes everything feel a little more real. And let's not forget the fans who have supported both Lee Junho and Im Yoona for years. For them, moments like this are not just gossip, they're emotional milestones. They're pieces of a larger story that has been unfolding over time. As the footage continues to circulate, one thing is certain. This moment has left an impact. Whether it leads to confirmations, clarifications, or simply remains a beautiful mystery, it has already carved its place in fan discussions. And maybe that's enough. Not every story needs a clear ending. Sometimes the beauty lies in the questions, in the possibilities, in the quiet moments that speak louder than any official statement ever could. So as we wrap up today's exclusive, I want to leave you with this. Keep watching, keep feeling, and keep enjoying these glimpses into the lives of the stars we admire. Because at the end of the day, it's these unscripted moments that remind us why we fell in love with K-drama culture in the first place. Thank you for spending time with me on KDramaVerse. Stay curious, stay passionate, and I'll catch you in the next story where the drama is real, the emotions are raw, and the tea is always worth it.